Norman Wall led a legendary life. His biography is in the brochure here today for all of you to see, so I won't repeat it all, but I want to touch on some of the highlights and offer my personal reflections as I knew him. Norman was the son of Jewish immigrant parents. He was born in a small town, Girardville, in the hard coal region of Pennsylvania in Schuylkill County. He attended Penn as an undergraduate and as a medical student. He later trained at Maimonides Medical Center in Pittsburgh and then at the Leahy Clinic. He served in the United States Army, and at the conclusion of World War II, he was an Army captain in what was then Palestine, in a hospital camp that later became the largest medical center, the Sheba Medical Center in present-day Israel. Following his military service, he returned to Schuylkill County and spent the rest of his career serving the people of Pottsville, where he established his practice, led the medical staff, and created a training program for international medical graduates from China, India, Iran, and other places around the world. I knew him as a patient and a mentor and reconnected with him later in life when he saw in a Penn publication that I had become the chief medical officer here. He sent me a beautiful note, and we spoke by phone, and we reconnected, and he was very proud of me, and that meant a great deal to me. I saw Norman twice as a patient. On the first occasion, I had been evaluated at a summer camp by a barely competent physician who, upon auscultating my heart, after having run from a basketball court up 2 flights of stairs and directly into his examination room, upon listening to me, he told me I should never engage in athletics again because of my tachycardia. So I was about 12 years old. I was terrorized and taken directly by my mother, a nurse, to see Norman, who examined me patiently, put his hand on my back, and told me I would be fine. Norman's touch and reassurance left no doubt in my mind that I was well, and I continue to run upstairs to this day. But his demeanor made all the difference for a hypochondriacal mother-child pair. On the second occasion, a persistent cough was derailing an athletics season while I was in high school. It was back to Norman again for a thorough chest exam and more reassurance. I remember he prescribed an orange elixir of potassium iodide that I took faithfully. In truth, I think it was his reassurance again that healed me more so than the potassium iodide. He cared for other family members and became an iconic physician figure for me. I spent time with him during the summer after my first year in med school, as many Schuylkill County medical students did. To me, he was larger than life. In a community that was very homogeneous, mostly Christian, mostly Catholic, almost entirely Caucasian, he was a voice for diversity and inclusion and awareness. His work with the Anti-Defamation League, which I knew through articles in the newspaper as a teenager, made me aware of the need for such organizations and such activism. So it gives me great pleasure to help honor Norman in this way, to bring his professional life full circle in a sense, back to where it began, to honor him on the eve of his 105th birthday, which would have been tomorrow, and to honor him for his contributions to medicine, his community, and to the greater good.